Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good evening, everyone.
How are you today?
Welcome to Global Talks. Thank you for Kiai Syamsul Ma'arif Yogyakarta, Musyrif Musyrifah, our family, and our friends that already joined this event.
I'm Nadira.
And I'm Sophie. We are your MC tonight.
We would like to read the rundown.
This is the rundown. The first is opening.
The second is speech by Payai.
The third is Global Talks by Kak Ika Mayang.
The fourth is Q&A session.
The fifth is class competition announcement.
The sixth is photo session.
And the last is closing.
Before we start this event, let's recite Basmalah together.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. The next agenda is speech by Kiai Syamsul Ma'arif Yogyakarta. For Kiai Syamsul Ma'arif Yogyakarta, the floor is yours.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hamdan wa syukran lah, salatan wa salaman, daimain mutalaziman ala nabiyina wa habibina wa rasulina Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Dear educators, principals, directors, Musyrif Musyrifah, and my lovely santri, how are you tonight? Okay, tonight we will have a special function. And this is related to our SLAPAN activity that is called Global Talks. Means that we want to bring our talks not only to the one to our life locally, but also to bring our mind to go globally. And tonight we will have a special guest today. Tonight, her name is Ramada Niro. Okay, thank you very much for coming here. And thank you very much for joining us here. And to be careful about mine. She will be speaking on the issue of branding, if I'm not mistaken. Branding sometimes related to the issue of business, but it is actually connected and linked very closely to our personal life, where we are as the social being or manusia atau makhluk sosial, we have to interact one another. Means that we have to not only live with our own self, our family members, our main family members, but also we have to communicate, interact, and also collaborate with the people around us. And in the time of now, where people are connected globally, where you are here in Kecamatan Pakem is now connected real time with the people on the globe there. So branding or communication or collaboration is not only with the people here around Dusun Pelong, but we have to think with the issue of bringing ourselves to be connected and linked and to collaborate with the people around the globe. And tonight, we will have a special guest to be your friend tonight and beyond. We can come back now. To bring us together, to elaborate ourselves, to brighten ourselves, to get linked globally. Enjoy your global talks. Thank you very much. Wallahu muwaffiq ila aqwamit thoriq. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, Yai, for your great speech.
And now is the time for the main session, that is Global Talks. The title is Find Yourself, Reconnect with Allah and Grow, Creating Tools for Self-Development by Kak Ika Mayang. For Kak Ika Mayang, the time is yours.
Thank you, Nadira and Sophia. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Rabbi sholli sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you for the warm welcome. May Allah shower His blessings, peace and blessings upon Pak Kiai, all the teachers, all the staffs, all the parents, family, and all our lovely santris here. May Allah always grant His light and guidance to all of us so we can collaborate and connect to make and create a better world with each other. So can I hear once again your motto? How are you guys today? Okay, that sounds so nice. Maybe I will replace the word guys with what Gen Z kind of trending word nowadays is, like bestie. No, I see some people like shaking their head. No, you know, like there's I mean, like I realize I've noticed that kind of words that Gen Z using in the digital world nowadays, right? They're calling their friends. So as what Pakai said today, I'll please let you think that I'm your friend today, and it's more of it's like a kadok for tonight because this is my kadok that I want to learn from you guys. I chat with Dewis a few weeks ago that I wanted to know what Santri's life look like is. So I'm very grateful for the opportunity tonight that I'm able to have a kind of a half day Santri's experience with all of you guys here. I hope, and I'm just want to share it. I feel so inspired tonight during this zikir and salawat after prayer. I hear a loud voice, very genuine and loud voice of you guys doing zikir and remembrance of Allah. And when I turn my head, I see a very genuine gesture of like raising your head and pray. And for me, that's very inspiring. Your loud voice really inspires me. I just want to say that I hope your voice, your loud voice, will just be as loud echoing to the rest of the world when you grow up later. So, and be a successful person in this dunya and on the after. Okay. Amin. Gitu. All right, so I think you got a very good introduction, a little bit from Pak Yai already, yeah, about branding. Why do we talk about branding? So, like what he has mentioned, there are some disciplines in this world, some expertise, some professions, especially in kind of in the social context. Let's say branding or marketing, really connected closely with our social and human behavior. Really helps us actually to understand ourselves, understand other people, and develop from there. So the title for tonight is Find Yourself, Reconnect with Allah and Grow. Why? Because we will discuss later. I will appreciate if some of you guys will share your opinions and thoughts as well. You can just raise your hand if you have any thoughts about how finding yourself can help and through reconnecting with Allah can help us to grow. Can I know how many are middle school santries here from junior high, middle school, yeah. Can you raise your hands? I just know. From the primary school? Oh, so little. Can we have a clap hands for them? So anyway, do you guys mind if I like stand up? Is it okay? Okay, all right. So we will have like a short, a mini, what is it kind of a session to know what branding is, just to get an insight for you guys, because branding becomes very, very crucial nowadays. There's so many people wanting to be an entrepreneur. There's so many local brands that are rising. Can you guys name one of the local brands that you know going on trend in Indonesia? Anyone can share? Afkaaruna, true. That's a brand. That's good. Great one. Wonderful. Any local brand that you notice? Skincare brands? I don't know, fashion brands? Food brands? Something. That's so good. Yes. Anything else? Tokopedia. Yeah, that's right. That's true. That's correct. So like everything you can create value and meaning in it, right? So now we just got it to know like what's the purpose of branding? Why do we need to understand brand in order to create a sustainable value? And how does it apply to self-development and what are the tools so I can exercise and then it can help me to grow? Okay, so before that, let me just quickly introduce myself. My name is Ika Maya, but people call me Mai in short. So I'm an FMCG brand practitioner. I really enjoy listening to and learning from people's stories, and I really enjoy doing innovating and designing. To break the ice, I'm just gonna share a little fun fact from myself. I'm a Japanese descent with childhood memories spent in an army barrack. You know army barrack, asrama tentara. So I grew up with my grandpa in asrama tentara, and where you can probably have a guess in army barrack of Indonesia, it's kind of a melting pot. There's so many diversity there. You know, people from Manado, Ambon, Sumatra, Java. It's all kind of a melting pot living in one neighborhood. And what does it mean? It means you have the urgency to understand each other's. You need to understand how they communicate, what are the values that you can learn from them. And from there, it shaped my upbringing and my interest in communicating and social behavior. Little did I realize. So that's just to share why am I here today. And I want you guys to start thinking like, what is my past life experience? What is my values that makes me me and can help me to contribute into the world uniquely. So that's a little bit. And then I traveled in some places. With Dewi, I spent my exchange year in high school in US, and then I used to study in France for half a year. I had my internship in Thailand, and then I supposed to go to Philippines for handling Philippines marketing. However, due to COVID, just like right a week before I departed, it just gone, what is it, locked down. So I managed the market remotely from Indonesia. Why do I share this? I just want to share that um, actually we're really living in a global society nowadays with the digitalization for sure, with the access of universal language. I just want to share to you guys what I feel experience in studying and in working with global environment with different kinds of people from UK and everything else is that Indonesian talents and Indonesian people are as this the same as smart as the rest of us, as the rest of the world, sorry. But there's something unique from us. We like to share, we like to talk, we like to communicate, and that's why that strength help us actually to better communicate with other people needs. So I think there are two things that I just want to share today that actually helps me to, I feel, help me to accomplish what I do with the will of Allah, kasihnya bismillah, that we can do successful in our, achieve our goals. So the first is self-awareness, understanding ourselves. So we can and then the second is how we communicate to other people. By understanding ourselves, we understand how we think and how we feel. So we have the logical order of how we want to communicate. And then second is communication strategy. How we communicate with other people is by understanding what the people, what are the people, language. For example, let me say, if I'm, have you ever heard about MBTI, personality test before? Anyone? Yes, that's nice. Anyone ever heard about the, like the color discovery personality test, like red, green? Yes, okay, nice. So like just as that, as simple as that. As we talk, as we apply that individually, we also apply to our, stakeholders, to the people we want to collaborate with. If we talk with, let's say, American counterpart people, we will probably majority, I wouldn't generalize because individuals are very unique, but if most often you will find many Americans people are rat people, they're very directive. So then we use the language that very clear very concise, and but very meaningful to them. And then when we talk with the Thailand people, for example, I really love talking with Thailand people because it feels like talking with Indonesian. They're probably more like yellow personality, many of them. So you know how to differentiate your communication with more friendly tone as well. That's for example. So that's all. And then my previous experience, I've handled. These are some of the brands I handled. Have you guys ever, since you guys are Gen Z, I recalled one of the teenage products that I've used to handle is Rexona Supergirl or Rexona Teens. Anyone ever know or seen Rexona Pastel Blue or Pastel Peach with illustration on the pack? Praise? Yes, that's for example. So like there are so many things apa namanya, that we can be grateful about in this life, the opportunity that Allah given us. Just know that always we set in mind that our purpose is to serve Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala with the talent that He has given us. In my context, at that time, is to help Indonesian teenagers to feel confident, regardless the activities and any sweat that they had during the day. They can feel confident with the deodorant that they use. So that's an example, just an example. So yeah, this to share my purpose, because later we will talk about purpose and purpose positioning value to serve Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala by helping others unlock their unique potential through empathic communication and branding strategy. So that is mine, and I hope tonight you can exercise yours. Inspired by QS Al-Hujurat, verse 13. So branding, what pops out on your mind when you think about the word branding? Any keyword? What? Sorry, Toyota. Okay, so that's the form of the brand. Nice. What else? What do you think about branding? Any association? Sorry, Indomie, yes. So that's the brand. What are the branding itself? S.P? Is it brand? Okay, that's okay. Anyone maybe from Santri? Yes? Sorry? Nice, that's very wonderful. Identity, yeah. Branding, identity. What else? Like celebgram, content. What else would you think about when you hear about the word branding? Advertising. Yes? Characteristic, yeah. So that's nice. There are so many things that pops out in our mind because we already get sense what branding nowadays. We are more familiar to it. You guys must be aware of the word celebgram nowadays, right? And content. And that's just the part of the tools as well. But what actually branding is? So, sorry, before I go to branding, I just wanted to confirm that yes, brand is what you just quote the example. It can be a product. It can be Toyota, for example. It can be a Nike. But it also not only a product. It can be a person. It can be a place. It can be a service. It can be an entertainment. It can be an ideology. There are so many forms of brand. And branding is a strategy of giving value. Basically, it's not only like what many people think, oh, it's just a business or selling things. Branding is giving a value to a specific object by shaping a brand in consumer's mind. So branding strategy is actually how you influence others' mind to believe in your value. Now, many people nowadays can think, have you ever heard about personal branding terms? Anyone ever hear about personal branding before? No? Or maybe have you ever wondered thinking about how, for example, influencers or celebgram, don't they get exhausted like making sure they're creating the same content, the strategy content, the tonality, the visuals, the schedule of the content, gitu ya? Are they tired gitu, to pleasing other people? Now, there's one thing I want to share about branding is that many of us got trapped on the intention, gitu ya. So it's yes, branding is shaping a brand in consumer mind, but always think that as a Muslim, we can be smart to walk in this world, knowing whatever we do actually only to serve Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. So don't stress over like, oh no, like my brand this doesn't work, or like I haven't posted like at least 5 p.m. or whatever, and so how it will affect my brand image and so and so. Yes, there's consistency in building a brand, but always know that there's a process. And at the end of the day, who we want to please is Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, and consumers are only our tools to develop in this world. So branding in business, let's say in my place, like say Unilever or Tokopedia or Traveloka or all other places, yeah. Branding actually a very complex process from understanding the consumer insight. There is a research. The type of the research can be as simple as interviewing people or even a data-based research. From data, from the data that you analyze, you create your product, and then you sell it, communicate it. So there is a very complex process, you guys. But tonight, I will try and simplify the steps for you and help you to understand this easier. Gitu. So if somebody asks you what is branding, there are two things tadi. What is it? Creating value, creating meaning, and then the second is to communicate to other people so we can influence them. Gitu ya. If I probably might ask this like the definition of branding strategy later, and I have like a little gift if somebody still remember this at the end. So nudging. So now how branding can help us as a Muslim. Gitu. First, on the internal, I won't talk about internal, the second to the external. Gitu. Branding can actually help us to first, when it comes into internal, it helps to build relationship with ourselves. Gitu. Why? Because in branding planning, there is the tool. The first tool is to analyze your own potential, your brand potential. Just this as the same as like analyzing yours. Gitu. So the first step is it gives you self-awareness. And self-awareness, based on my experience, is what actually helped me really go through many, courses in this life. Gitu. That I shared before, going, having a scholarship to US, interning in Thailand, and so on and so forth. Actually, self-awareness really plays a role there because we're basically just need to understand what is our strength and what are the company or other person or other organization needs that fits our strength and how I can communicate it rightly. So that's just basically the key. Now we just need to exercise it over and over. And self-awareness to ignite the potential that Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala has gifted us. Why? Because our time is short in this dunya, and we hope to make the time is blessed and barakah for each of the minutes that we spend. So I wanted to know what actually my role in this world, that I can feel good for myself because I feel confident. And then second, that it's beneficial to others. And then second is to external. Why external? Basically, that's what the mainstreams are saying, So to market our ideas better, impact to societal growth, due to business. Gitu. And then third is market Islamic values. I've once heard from an Islamic scholar saying that basically as a Muslim, we need to market Islam. We are the marketer of Islam. We need to spread the kindness of our religion, right? So we need to understand the strategy of communication so we can communicate and influence better with the right segment. Next, now we're talking about self-awareness. Before that, sorry, I just wanted to recall you guys, if you guys are still with me, what is the branding strategy means? There are two things. Giving a value, that's very great, Sophie. And then second, communicate to other people. Okay, so maybe I need to go louder, yeah, because like the closer one really like answering me right away. So thank you, that's true. And then now, after we know what's the branding definition is, let's go into the first stages. The benefit to ourselves, the benefit to internal, self-awareness. Why? Do you guys notice there's so many local brands and startups in Indonesia nowadays? Do you feel it? So many local skincare brands, macam-macam, right? Yeah, but do you see some of them are struggling? Some of them only like, wow, they're very trending with the new Korean brand ambassador. with Kimso something something, but then like 3 months later, the product is just gone. Nobody hears about it, right? Right? What are the problems? The problems is because of we got lost. I just want to keeping up with the trend, but I don't understand. I don't focus on really what my being aware of what my brand strength is, what my personal strength is. That's first. And then second is really what are the gap? What are the consumer needs that are not filled by other brands yet? Don't I mean like avoid to play in the same pot. Why? Because all of us are unique. We don't need to like just stressing and competing, compare. Oh my God, I'm so stressful. My followers are just, behind over like something followers. And like, and yeah, in many cases, we just stress over seeing other people in social media. Oh, my friend has gotten this scholarship and scholarship. Oh, my friend has making this business. Oh, my friend has blah, blah, blah. But actually, we just have the same opportunity because Allah has promised us that all of us are unique, And so first is do not go bias on yourself. Do not bias seeing people, pleasing other people, making other people as your end in mind. And that will be just so messed up. We don't live in this world and work just because of other people. So we live, even if we do business, always remember that at the end in mind, I worked so hard for this, I stayed up late. And if I've just, stayed up late for this is, don't stress over it because at the end of the day, you think about it as an amal for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, right? And when things doesn't go your way, let God do the rest because, he has promised us each of our own portion of risk. So first is, this is the kind of like a triangle framework just to simply put, store it in your mind, guys. First is our purpose is always Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, be it ourselves or even if we do business, And then this, after we realize, acknowledging that at the end of the day, we need our purpose is Him, is that what is our strength, me, our self-awareness on our beliefs, our core competencies, personality, and the second is on my society. My society meaning, for example, let's say, for example, right now, there's so many new vloggers about, like Gen Z Ustazah, for example, Ustaz, for example. Some Ustad, using the medium of music, for example, just for instance. Some Ustad using the medium of, let's say, art, painting. But I know that nowadays my friends are, keep using online gaming. But there's no Ustad yet that actually plays in this space of, giving da'wah in game space. I can just have, I can like play in this community as my tool to gather, connect with the community and probably and have the community and share, good values of what Islam to my friends, reaching the people that probably are not touched with Islam value yet. Just for example, so that is the definition of society, understanding what are the contribution that you can make that are not there yet, they are not touched yet by other people. And I really love these Arabic proverbs I heard from Ustad Numan Ali Khan. So there's a saying, the one who got to know his master truly got to know himself. Because by knowing our masters, only by connect with him, our hearts do find rest, right? Our hearts do find peace. By connecting with him is the only way we get guidance. He will help us to unraveling, get clarity or our own self, our own problems in life, our own strength, our own values. So then we can, you can get clarity and put in logical order what are actually the gifts that Allah has given me since my upbringing. Yeah. So, and last is because that He knows even what's hidden inside of us. Only to connect with Allah, we ask guidance because only Him who knows what's hidden inside of us that even we don't understand. So, I've mentioned about stressing over, some people are stressing over branding and competition on business. I just want to say that this first really a mind blowing for me as a business practitioner. I used to spend my years really, oh my God, really stressing over, oh, what will like my followers think about my brand? What will be like, what about I don't achieve my KPIs by 3 months or whatever. Gitu. But and for example, what if I've already tried my best, but like somebody copied me, for example. But this first really enlightened me because at this first really opened my eyes that we don't always need to see other people as a competition. We don't need to see other people as a competitor as well. Duh, saingan gue nih. Nggak harus, don't need. Or like when you see other business, you keep thinking, oh my God, what my competitor is already gaining faster than me, running faster than me. We don't need to stress about it that much. We just need to do ikhtiar because of why? Actually, within us, our brothers and sisters gitu ya, especially moreover as a Muslim gitu. So we believe that Allah has already promised our certain part of us. We already created with different talents. From Quran Surah Al-Hujurat verse 13 is that Allah Subhanahu wa Taala indeed we created you from male and a female and made you into people and tribes so that you may get to know one another. So we can understand each other. So I can know, oh, for example, oh, Dewi she likes teaching. She likes teaching in a way that she likes to talk about many global topics, for example. And then in my case, that I'm a global brand practitioner, or maybe I can collaborate with Dewi to create a value for a community or a society. This is last part. So we already talked about the definition of branding. We already know about how can that benefit us to self-development. And then last is about what are the tools. I told you that I try to simplify the branding steps. In here, I simplify into 3 things. Gitu, bestie. So the first is identify insights. Gitu ya. The first step to branding is to identify insights, getting insights. I have mentioned internal analysis, ourselves, our purpose, our personality, and core competencies. And second is to identify insights from the market, from the society, analyzing by what are the tools. These are the tools that brand managers are using. It's called segmenting, targeting, positioning, or STP. Gitu. I'm going to share with you guys later. And then what are the tools that you can do? So from tonight, you can probably take time to reflect on yourself, bestie. Jadi tadi yang first, internal analysis. So before we go talking about the brand, let's do self-awareness, right? Do branding strategy for ourselves. So tonight, maybe you can do the tools of the identifying insight. Do internal analysis, reflect, write on a journal, connect with Quran and Hadith. Think about what is my purpose? What are the events that happened in my childhood that really actually shapes me to who I am today? I give you an example previously earlier, right? I raised in asrama tentara, army barrack, like a melting pot. There's so many people, different communication style. And that's what creates my interest in socializing, understanding human behavior and communication. Maybe you guys have anything else that's special about you, gitu, from what Allah has given you in your life stories, in every trials, in every hardship, in every talent that you have born with. Gitu. And then second is do observe, consumer immersion. You know what are the brands are doing? We talk with people. We go interview. For example, once I went to a very small street in Gang, just to talk with ibu-ibu who are like having using deodorant that are shared with his husband. So she doesn't use for herself. She used one deodorant for the family. To understand, wow, it's so unique. One deodorant for the whole family. Why? So we can know what's their problem. What can we help? Oh, the price is too expensive. Oh, it's, you know, it's too big. Maybe you can, I don't need too big. I can buy in a smaller, in a lower price, so I can afford better and I can differentiate. I can buy for my husband. Only if you sell only 5,000 with a smaller packaging, I can buy one for my husband, one for myself, and one for my kid. I don't need to pay 15,000 by one, and then I share with all of my family. So from there, we understand there's a problem we can help with. So be acknowledge what is the problem surround you that you can help with your talent. Second step is product development. I think so many startups, if you heard, these are the very interesting part because it's about ideation. You know, you develop a product, you develop the value, what are the strategy, right? So for example, AirAsia, oh, this is gonna be the first low-cost airline in the world. You only pay 15, like $20,000, $20, and then you can go travel the world, for example. And then 6-piece mix. These are the tool. I wouldn't explain about it. You can guys Google later if you're interested in branding or marketing or business. 6-piece mix tool. And then last is communicate. Remember, always branding, giving value. Second, to communicate the value. So the communication strategy, if you heard about the content earlier, creating, talk with Celebgram, giving a brief, the world of branding, if you, like go, for example, if you see, you want to collaborate with an influencer. Let's say, who are the trending influencer nowadays in Gen Z? Who is trending influencer in Gen Z nowadays? Names, price, pops. Okay, that's not influencer. Do not follow any. Siapa? Who? Sorry. Indah nada? Puspita. Okay, that's nice. Who else? For example, Tasha Farasha, for example. Tashi Farasha, or I don't know, Dewi Sandra, or Gita Savitri, or whoever gitu. So in communication, you collaborate. Even the tools of branding, of self-awareness and communication is happening in every aspect of deployment, sorry. So even if we collaborate with, for example, Tasha Farasha, we will communicate, hey Tasha, this is my brand values, my brand strategy. And then I know that, for example, let's say, Tasha Farasha deh. For example, siapa? Tashi Farasha, for example. Let's say I collaborate with, you guys know Tashi Farasha? Oh, Tasha, okay. Thank you for correcting. For example, Tasha gitu ya. What's her personality, guys? What's her personality? Cheerful, humorous, what else? Explorative, let's say. Ya. So maybe I want to collaborate with Tashi gitu ya. Let's say I'm taking a brand of Royco. Tashi likes to cook, and then my Royco brands currently, losing relevancy with like millennials. Because my Royco are mainly used by, probably ibu-ibu warung gitu. Only ibu-ibu warung know me, and all of these years, I've been only investing in giving dangdut konser in daerah, for example. I need to collaborate more with more relevant influencer, let's say Tashi. Then I need to understand what is Tashi's strength. So I can create a content that is not imitable, that is unique. Maybe I can create a content of Tashi. Anyone can think if Tashi can collaborate with Royco, what do you guys think? What will she do? Huh? Cooking, yeah, sure, cooking. But maybe you can think, what kind of cooking? Maybe you can dig in. What is the trending cooking, cooking concept in TikTok or like in any other platforms? Okay, different. This is not a sign for you guys to play TikTok. I'm just saying like that's one of part of the tools on the steps how you do it. Gitu. So you can create a unique content that is not yet developed by other brands gitu. And last is doing media plan. In branding, we do on also media planning, understand every layer, digital? Why do we have influencers? What are the KPIs? Even influencers have KPIs gitu. Jadi everything measured. So last part. I want to try to exercise this part, guys. So I think for tonight, if you go on journaling and reflection, I think you guys already know what purpose for competency personality is. You can reflect. But second, to give you insight about what market analysis is or society analysis is, let's try to do STP strategy, segmenting, targeting, positioning. Okay. Positioning. Okay, all right. So positioning, defining positioning statement. Basically, this is your purpose, why you're there and why you're unique. Step 1 is segmenting and targeting, and step 2 is positioning. So step 1, I'm taking an example from motivational Muslimah YouTuber. In here, we create what we call in marketing as positioning map. So you create a map. You create a map based on the metrics that are relevant to the needs of your audience. For example, you guys know who are the top right part? Who is she? Dewi Sandra. Yeah. And then there is like on the bottom part. All right. Dewi, I feel like more like I really feel the age distance between us. Okay, so like there's Ustazah Oki Setiana Dewi, there's Gita Safitri, Zafira. Anyone know Zafira, influencer, educational? Zafira? No? The girls? No? Okay, no, okay, okay. Thank you for the one who's raising your hand. And then like there's like Nada, I forgot her name, she's a vlogger as well. Anyway, so we can try to identify the values that people that happens in our society gitu. So on being a Muslimah, motivational Muslimah YouTuber, we need to understand, right, who are the target audience. In here, they are Gen Z, they're millennials, and then what do they seek? Some of them are seeking maybe more into fiqh and rulings because they've already got some foundation of Islamic teachings. But other segment, probably some people haven't have any foundation of Islamic teachings and just started to learn. And those kind of people just wanted to try connect with Allah, understand about maybe Tauhid and just to understand about Allah. Gitu. Simply, not going to fiqh. Gitu. Jadi, we can map them out. Gitu. Oh, Dewi Sandra is playing as a vlogger. She's targeting, she's surfing. She is contributing. The keyword, always think about contributing. She's contributing in the millennials. Someone who are now maybe 25, 27 years old above gitu, to 40 gitu. And then she's not talking about someone who are seeking for fiqh. She's talking probably to urban people, to those who are just started to learn gitu ya, to seeking connection with Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, and probably with the more global environment. And then there are Ustazah Oki, who's contributing and being very special and playing her role in talking to a mass audience, more mass audience on TikTok. That's an example. Now we have an example. There are gaps that we can identify in my point of view because I don't know all the vloggers. I want you guys to think. I want you guys to analyze. If maybe first is like, who do you think can fill the gap? Or maybe is there anyone you think is the right personality to fill the gap gitu, yang belum ada gitu. And that will make the person sustainable as a voice, as an agent of change gitu in her own field, because she's not imitable gitu. So that's first, and then last is positioning itself. I wouldn't go deeply in here, but basically this is an example of positioning. Maybe you guys can write or maybe write, not take picture. Tapi not using widget, right? So write gitu ya. So first is defining your purpose. Good thing for us, we don't need to stressing it because we already know our purpose is to worship Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. And then who you, the subject, is helping. Who is the target? Who is the people you want to help? Jadi, for example, Dewi is helping urban millennials who's striving for connection with Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. Karena tadi the segment that she's playing is the one who's seeking for connection with Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. That's the second. And then by delivering a casual, heartwarming talk show. Why heartwarming talk show? Why the point of difference? She's creating talk show that's heartwarming. Because those who seek connection with Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, probably people that just started to have very difficult times in their life and just started to seek for Allah. And those people can be touched by emotion. They need a heartwarming conversation, for example, so they can relate and grow spiritually. That's the benefit, because reason to believe is the uniqueness of it. She is giving a meaningful reflection about Allah's mercy from diverse life aspects. Okay, so that's we're almost done on the last slide. I wanted to check, just like check again gitu ya. Tadi branding strategy. What are the two things about branding strategy? Right. Second is communicate. So before you communicate, what you need to do? Giving value. That's correct. What are the steps to? There's 3 steps, right? What are the first steps? Identify insight. What do you do in identifying insight? Identifying yourself, self-awareness, and then knowing our society. Second is product development or personal development. And then the last is communication strategy. Okay. Now, last bit, I've already mentioned about the positioning map. I have one beautiful reflection book to share with you guys. If someone can help me to, just share your thoughts. Who is an influencer or a figure? No, doesn't need to be an influencer right now. A figure that can fill the gap of this segment. Any gap gitu ya. Oh no, sorry, I put the stars. So a person who can help contributing on the society to help people grow spiritually. For those who want more connection with Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. And then there are Gen Z. Figure. Can be, yes? Apa? Habib Jafar. Yang Habib Hussein Jafar ya? Okay, nice. Can you share, what's your name? Who? Gaza. Alwadi. Okay, thank you. Can you share, elaborate more why Habib Jafar? Why do you think he fits? Why is it? What is his personality? What do you think of him?
Because he dakwah by following the trend in the this year, like free fire app in TV.
Okay, that's nice. I got an insight. Okay, sure. Gimana?
He said keep ibadah as number 1.
Okay, congrats for Gaza. Thank you. You really point that out. Just one thing, Gaza. Why do you think that he targets people who wants to connect with Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala more rather than those who seek for fikih? Who is his target audience? What are the type of people of his target audience? What are the type of the people that follows him in social media?
Santri.
Okay, santri, but he's actually, he's being unique because he can grab the audience from those who are probably never practiced Islam before, although they're actually Islam, right? Correct? Right? There's so many content about, I think he has content with Onat, for example, right?
Oh,
Yeah, sometimes I
Very
like it, right? So that's those who are striving just for the heart connection as a first step. So that's very correct. Congratulations, Gaza. You got a book, Secrets of Divine Love Journal. Thank you. Just want to just want to appreciate that's a smart take as well because that's very correct. Habib Jafar is playing in the segment of Gen Z and connection with Allah Subhanahu wa Taala. Not really Gen Z millennials, but it's okay. So yeah, all right. So I think that's all, guys. I hope you get some insight, a little, like a little, get some insight from my little knowledge, just from the lunchbox that I shared with you guys tonight. Thank you so much for the opportunity. I'm actually really the one who are learning from you guys today and feel empowered. Apologies for any my shortcomings. And then you can always connect with me if you have if any one of you wanted to be a branding strategist or like a strategist or like what if talk about self-development, you can always connect with me gitu. So jazakumullah khairan katsiran. Apologies for my shortcoming and I hope Allah continue to bless us with guidance. Amin. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, Kak Mai, for your great inspiration. After this, we will do the Q&A session. For Mas and Mbak, you can ask some questions to Kak.
Yes, the green guy.
My name is Raya Bani Putra Aditya, and my question is, since
Sorry?
you
What's your name?
Raya Bani Putra
Raya.
Aditya, since you had experience on Lifebuoy, do you think it's the best soap?
Wow. Okay, thank you. Anything else? That's a question? Okay, thank you, Rayara. Can I ask back first? Do you think that's the best soap? All right. So, I would say I would answer as a person at the end of the day. Profession is a profession, but we're at the end of the day a person. Just like as I mentioned before, we are collaborating, right? We're trying to developing the nation's economy, not by just fixating in the same segment and just like keep competing, eating each other, right? If we play in a different segment, if we unlock people's different segment needs and giving a different value, we're actually driving the nation's economy. Do you know why? Because people consume more. If people consume more, they will try to produce more, being more productive. Gitu. So then, actually, we're developing economy when we actually differentiate ourselves with other people or other brands. Now, if you want to talk about best, so Lifebuoy is the soap that's playing on the segment for antibacterial family, right? What about like for example, Lux soap? Do you know Lux soap? Yeah, who's it surfing? Who is the target audience? Target segment? Female, right? For example, female who likes about they wanted to feel empowered and confidence through how they look, for example. So when we are asked, is it the best soap? Lifebuoy is the best soap, catering the targeted segment. It's the best soap for family who are seeking for antibacterial, but maybe that is not the suitable soap for a female who are seeking for, a smoothening or brightening or like fragrance effect. Yes, Lifebuoy has fragrance, but maybe that's not the strength or differentiation. So I think that will, nudge on the inside at the first. We can play our best part gitu in different segment. Yeah. And so yes, it's best for antibacterial supposedly gitu. Segment and family. Thank you for your question. That's a critical question.
Big hand for Mas Raya. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Maura, and my question is, do you use your own product as your daily needs?
All right, thank you, Maura, for your question. So, do I use my own products for my daily needs? The answer is yes. Of course. So, it's not a mandatory, I would say. I'm just gonna, answer as a person again, as your friend. There's no mandatory as a marketer. Oh, I really have to do this. I really have to use it. Otherwise, I'll be, in trouble or anything else. But ideally, if you sell something to other people and you believe that it's the best and it's match your needs, you will be, consequently trying your best to make the product is good. For example, if I'm handling, I'm handling Axe deodorant, for example. Yeah. Well, I can't use it because I'm not the segment, right? It's for men. But if I'm selling Dove deodorant, for example, I have to make sure, because my promise, my purpose is to create the right product, the good product, as my my way to serve Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala is being truthful to the product, being truthful that I tried my best to assure that this product is the best. Then yes, for sure I will use the product because I know it's good. So I think that's the idea. If you're wondering about whether marketer is using their products or not, but for me personally, that at the moment I'm handling Tresemme and Dove, yes, I'm using the products.
Thank you.
Thank you, Maura.
Big hand from Mbak Maura.
Hello, my name is Abdurrahman Fuadi Marzuki, and my question is, what is your favorite brand? Just any brand. What is your favorite brand?
Thank you, Abdurrahman. Thank you for your question. So what is my favorite brand? I think from all the brands that I'm handling, my favorite brand so far is Baby Dove. It's just launched recently in Indonesia. Have you guys heard Baby Dove? Maybe not. So it's basically Dove brand. We're launching the baby. Why do I love it? Because Baby Dove is actually the brand for moms, right? But the value proposition really intrigued me. Why? Because Baby Dove not focusing on the baby, but Baby Dove is focusing on the value of the more to the mom. We understand that, like being a mom, a new mom is very hard. So we focus on how to support moms with, mental health content, making sure that they're heard, and what are the things that they face during the early pregnancy or early motherhood in mental health. For example, that that we can help with gitu for them to feel more confident gitu. Jadi apa namanya helping moms gitu to feel good about themselves. I think that's my favorite brand so far for now.
Big hand for Mas Aam.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Zakia, and I want to ask, do you have social media? If you don't, why don't you make it, and how do you keep updated? Thank you.
Thank you, Zakia. Wow, that's an interesting question. I see there is a smart kid. So, I used to have a social media. Do you guys, all of you have social media? All of you, anyone who don't play social media nowadays? Can you raise your hand? There's nothing wrong about it. Anyone who doesn't have Instagram right now? Okay. Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah. Don't fear of missing out, guys. No need. Enjoy our life. We can still enjoy life without social media. So I try to be, I think what I learned these past few years and also partially from branding is that on self-awareness, it makes me more mindful of what I do. So I'm more mindful of the decision or action I make during the day. I'm being mindful that I used to have Instagram previously, and I was quite active as a branding, as a marketer. I used to really think about, oh, what content I need to go do next. I'm known as back then, oh, I like arts, I like aesthetic things. So I keep making like an art, aesthetic things, artistic things. But at the time, I like little did I realize it gives me anxiety thinking about what people think about my content. Again, because at the time, maybe I haven't think about my actual purpose is in all of things I do in this life actually for Allah, right? So I'm just fixating about others' opinion and judgment. So today I have a different mindset. I'm being mindful that to me, I feel that my needs is that social media is a part for me only for my profession. So I only have personal social media just to look for the trends, but I don't have the urgency or needs for myself to brand myself with that. Some people do personal, if you guys heard personal branding, some people like influencer or anyone who wants to probably, oh, I'm the last year, final year graduate. I'm about to seek for job. So I create like an Instagram content that really shows who I am. Why? Because the purpose is, do you know that like 60, if I'm not mistaken, 60 to 70% recruiters nowadays not only check your LinkedIn. You guys know heard LinkedIn? So LinkedIn is a website for, job seekers, right? To, basically talks about their capacity, right? Their experience, and etc., etc. Basically, your CV or resume online. But actually, as a recruiters, and that I can confirm that because I recruit people as well, is we check their Instagram, especially for those who probably have, we need their skills in terms of marketing. I need to know their taste of visual. Do they know the trends? Maybe that becomes crucial, but there's a purpose behind it, right? Oh, I do this because I do job seek. Always make your action is purposeful, and always remember again, it's not for other people. So, what is the, like you can keep doing it without feeling anxious or burdened, and at the same time, what strategy to do it. And for myself at this time, I feel like I don't need to brand myself yet at the moment. So I don't play my personal Instagram.
Big hand for Mbak Zakia.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nailul and my question is, what major did you take when you were college?
Sorry, your name?
Nailul.
Nail.
Nail.
Okay, thank you, Nail, for the question.
Okay.
I'm taking management, business management in college in University Gadjah Mada, with minoring in marketing.
Okay, thank you.
Ikan Formas Nailul. I have a question. Yes, please.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Abiasa Saka Darussalam. My question is, what is your product name and how to be a successful marketer?
What is your product
Name.
name? So what products that I'm handling? Okay. Thank you. Sorry, your name? Saka. Sakra. Saka. Okay, thank you, Sakra, for your question. So I'm actually just moving to a new entity, FMCG entity, but last products that I'm handling in Unilever was Dove shampoo. You know Dove shampoo, right? And then Tresemme for styling and Baby Dove. And your second question is?
How to be a successful marketer?
How to be a successful marketer. That's a simple but deep question, yeah. So, what success means to you?
Let's say it's an success. Berdaya.
Oh, rich gitu. Okay, all right. Money gitu ya, rich. Yes, okay. So that's I think that's many people think about that ya gitu. Success is becoming rich and money gitu. Profit gitu. So as I mentioned, branding is not only about a product, I mean like a tangible product. It can be organization, it can be a school, it can be a person, it can be a place you market Yogyakarta tourism, for example. Branding is giving value to a specific object, right? So if we define success by profit, that's probably not quite right for an NGO, for example, for a social organization, a non-profit organization. For example, like Waste for Change. Have you ever heard? Waste for Change is an organization who do recycling, right? I mean, then their main purpose is not for profit, right? So reach and a profit probably can be an indicator for a business that is seeking for profit. But what success means basically is when we achieve our KPIs and goals. And different industry has a different KPIs and goals. Now, in my case, if I can share to you just to give you like a more, a more clear visual on what success means to a profit business. So usually we have KPI, for example, in terms of, there's two. The first one in terms of market, and then the second one in terms of business profitability. So the first one, when we talk about market, the successful indicator usually about what we call as penetration. How many people, penetration means like how many people have used your products from the actual segment. For example, what is your hobby? Playing football. Football. Okay. Let's say, how many santri male in here? 54. 54. Let's say 50. Yeah. Let's say 50. To make it easy, let's make 100. Let's say 100 santri gitu ya. And then you wanted to sell a ball. And then your success indicator in penetration, meaning that, oh, I want to make sure in my first month of selling what is a ball, there are 10 out of 10 santris are using it, that are buying it. That means how many percent? 10%, right? 10%. So that means your penetration target. How many people you want to buy your product, want to use your product. So that's an indicator, penetration market. Why? Because that's the first step for you before you're talking about business gitu. How many people needs to use your product? That first. So that's one, simply put it that way. And then that's the penetration. And then there's called market share. Market share meaning like how many people using your the product that you're selling over other people who are selling it. For example, you're selling a football ball, right? And then with what brand? What's the brand name of any football brand name? Ball brand. Let's say what Adidas. Let's say Adidas. Yeah. Let's say Adidas. 10 people out of 100 santris are using your Adidas ball, right? But other 10 people are using Reebok ball, for example. That means you have 10% market share, and then like the other person having 10% market share. You want it to grow bigger than the other one because you believe like your ball is better. That means like you have a market share target. Oh, next month I will sell 20 to 20 people, so 20% market share of my ball. How? Oh, I will give discount, for example. Oh, or how I will make it signed by a professional footballer to increase the value. And then last is of course profitability, to understand how many you make profit to the business net profit. How many your sales are. That is an indicator to the business.
We hear from Masaka. Last question. Is there anyone? Bara.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Ara, and I want to ask how to be confident with our brain.
Thank you, Ara. May I repeat how to be confident with your brand? Thank you. That's a very fair question to ask. I think based on my experience, what helps me to be confident about my brand, and if I do the strategies right, is by doing that data validation. There's a term called data-driven marketing nowadays. Jadi, in this digital world, technology, Good thing is that we can measure. We turns out can measure our ideas impact gitu. Jadi for example, if we do what is it? If I want to create an ads, for example, I want to create an ads for teenagers for Rexona team, for example. So when I create the branding strategy on the ads, the digital ads, the first thing is I do before I develop the communication plan is I do analysis on the interests of the people for the Gen Z. I talk, as I mentioned, the tools can be interviewing, can be focus group discussion. So I talk with the Gen Z. What do you like? How would you use your deodorant? What do you like? What are the times you're using deodorant? And then you translate it into the ads, branding ads. And then last, after you do the create the product, you test it. We do market testing. So we test the product and you can always do simple thing. You can create a Google form, like collecting 5-10 of your friends. Hey, I'm making this new pudding. Can you try? And then like they, do a survey on your pudding and then it that validates your brand. So I think the simple answer to that is leverage data. We can test measure it quantitatively to make you feel confident. All right. I think that's all.
Again, from Mbak. Thank you, Kak May, for answering the questions from Santri.
You guys want to hear the class competition announcement? Let's give this microphone to Bu Wada. Wada, the time is yours.
Okay, just to clarify some things here, maybe some of you are confused. You're hearing a lot of Dewi from Kak Mai, that's me. And Mai, if you're confused, which is Warda, that's me, okay? This is Dewi, this is Warda, same person. Okay, so here I have some result of the classroom competition. Do you still even remember that? It's a long time ago, like 3 years ago. Oh, no. So we have the announcement here. We have six categories. So basically all of you get the, all of you win, but which one did you win? That's the mystery. And I would like you to open it together, okay? So I will ask the captains, please come here. Putri, S1A, S2A, and S3A, please come here. Come here, please. Wait. Putri first. Mbak, come on. S1A, S2A, and S3A. Do not open first, okay? It will explode if you open first. We should open it together, okay? Okay, find your friends. Do not open. Find your friends. Okay, go there and find your friends. Okay, open it together. Okay, come here. S2A. Okay. Putra, get ready. Do not open, Mbak Adiba. Okay, here. Okay, Putra, your turn. Do not open, okay? Open together. Oh, you can pick for this one. No. Okay, S1B, S2B, S3B. Do not open, do not pick. Okay, here's yours. S2B. Do not open. It's me, S3B. Wait. Okay, so the categories are best choreo. You know choreo? So choreography, because we did the video competition, but it's not, wait, do not peek, do not open. And you know that some of you did all of you actually, all of you did very good choreography in that video competition. And like, I mean, you're supposed to just sing, right? But you did a lot of like great choreography. You did like special like tepu-tepu and stuff like that. Dance even is very good. Choreography and then vocals. Some of you have a very good vocals in the video. And then best performance. Best performance meaning like you perform like maybe with a wide smile and stuff like that. And then we have the best plot. So not only choreography, but you also move like you start from the beginning, like in front of, do not peek, hey, do not open. Okay, you start from the like corridor and you're like, hello, welcome to my class, blah, 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 like a vlog style, right? And then the other one, oh my God, I forgot this one. Oh, the most solid, the most solid. So like all of you really compact. We cannot find the word compact in English. So it's like the most solid one. And then of course you will have the best overall. The best overall meaning like you are the best in all of those categories and you win that. And you will get the perpetual trophy. Can you repeat after me? Perpetual trophy. What's perpetual trophy? Piala bergilir. It will be monthly for the kebersihan, but it will be ready next time. Okay, gather with your friends and open it together. Okay, ready? Camera, can you shoot them? Camera, please help. Camera. Can someone help with the camera? Okay, ready? We open it together. In 3, 1, 2, 3, open it. Okay. Okay. So what are they? Okay, santri. Okay. Eyes on me, please. Sit down. Eyes on me. One more time. Eyes on me. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, get back to your seat. You don't know the recap of the competitions, but it's fine. You can talk to your friends. We will tell you maybe next time, maybe tomorrow. Okay. So congratulations to all of you, and keep this up. Okay, keep this up because the previous. Okay, so the judges were me and Pak Eko, right? And it's very hard. That's why we just announced this now. It's super hard to decide which one won which one. So it's just very hard. So keep up the good work and big hand for all of us. One more time, big hand for all of us. Okay, that's it. Thank you very much. Keep up the good work.
Congratulations, everyone. And thank you for Warda for announcing the winner. And after this, we will do the photo session. So for everyone, please give your best smile. One, two, 3, cheese. Okay. 1, 2, 3, cheese. Okay, thank you. One more time. 1, 2, 3, cheese. For Kak May, we have merchandise for you. So we will have a gift for the class vice captain. For the secretary, class secretary. For Bu Arin, we need your help to the give the gift for the secretary. So
Thank you for
one more time, congratulations for everyone.
hand for everyone. Thank you for the participants of Global Talk. We are already finished our event.
Let's recite Hamdalah together. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin. Thank you for your attention. We are so sorry if there is any mistakes. Akhirul kalam. Wallahu muwaffiq ila aqwamit thariq. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.